Hello farmers, welcome again to Orbit Farm. It's another week. Time flies by, but as time always flies, the farm does not stop operating. So just wanted to give you an update. This is the lettuce that we are growing. It's only one patch, very small patch. We've really found very difficulties finding a market for lettuce, or probably because at the end of the time when the lettuce needs to go out, there's a lot of it and you end up finding it very difficult to find a market for lettuce. So we have planted a very small batch this time. Hopefully we'll find market for it. Okay, over here the tomatoes are doing very well, and they're starting to flower. Most of the tomatoes which are here, this is the first batch of tomatoes that we planted. There's a second batch which is ready to be planted anytime, probably next week. We should now be ready to plant the next batch of tomatoes that we are growing. Over here are the onions that we have started off by planting. They're now starting to recover. It seemed as if they were wilting, but now they're actually showing good signs of recovery. Through here is the cabbages that we're growing. As I said again, cabbages we have not done really well with cabbages, and again we're not doing a very big patch. We're only just doing one or two, just two lines of cabbages that we have planted for this season. So this is the way by we are. We are now also preparing again additional beds. As I said, with the potatoes that we had was just so many. So we have added another 6 beds. So these are the 3 that you can see this side, plus the other 3 which are on the far end of the potatoes. So this year I can say our biggest crop that we are planting over the winter will be the potatoes. So these are the additional 3 more beds that we have planted here at the far end. So this year the potatoes are the ones that we have planted. In some of the beds the potatoes are now starting to germinate, and in others still a bit off. But as I said, this is probably the biggest amount of potatoes that we have planted in any of the seasons. So the potatoes are still to germinate, but this year we have planted quite a big batch of tomatoes. Now through here are the watermelons. The watermelons have they're now out. These are the watermelons that we grew. So the watermelons are stretching all the way to the end there, and they have actually they've germinated. So the melons are already germinating. Through here we also now have the butternut, which is actually showing signs of real growth and the size. The things that I've not been showing you on the farm are probably the lemons, which are, let me go back this side, which are here, which were a line all at the beginning. It's not that I'm not worried about the lemons, but there's nothing really much to talk about the lemons yet. They're still growing, they're still very small. So we have planted all lemons through here, which you can see going that way, and they all the way to the other side of the field. These are the these are the lemons. The mixture of lemons and tangerines which we planted. So they're actually doing well for the plants which we have planted. And this is a macadamia nut. Oh no, sorry, this is walnut. This is a walnut, and still very small. It almost drowned with the amount of water that was there, but it's now doing better. And here another bunch of lemons which go all the way to the top of the garden. So as I was talking about, we had talked about the watermelon, butternut, and the green beans. Now we are the green beans. The green beans are doing extremely well. As you can see, these are the green beans that we have planted. These will grow to be quite very tall plants. So for now we're just taking care of them as they are small, and then as they grow up we'll then stake them and make sure that they grow upright without any problem. So these are the green beans that we have planted. The onions that we had done the seedling, they've struggled. Some are germinating, some are not. So it's something that I've got to rethink about, that do I want to continue with onions, or do I just go buy seedlings and then we just work from seedlings which would have already germinated. Okay, through here we have got the peas. The peas are now starting to, they've now covered the whole area, which you can see through here are the peas. So the peas will be doing, once they start growing up, also again they'll be needing staking, and so that they can grow up well with well staked. So the peas doing well, and as you can see the garden is looking very clean, showing that the people are actually making sure that all the grass and the weeds have been removed. So this is really the update about the our horticulture for this winter season. So this is, let's say, week 2 for an update on the winter plow.